Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I told you guys I was going to do a how-to Havana twist in the style that I had in my welcome video. Alright guys, so I'm going to first just break down what different tools I use and the hair I use. So starting with the hair, I don't know how to pronounce this, the Outre Jumbo Braid Flame Retardant. So I think it's a pretty well-known brand. I decided to use Kanekalon. I'm sure like everyone knows that most people use for Havana Twist the Marley hair, the Marley braiding hair. But I just felt like as I was going through my transition, I did use Marley braid to do like buns before, and I just felt like the Marley braid was a little bit too coarse and it just kind of snagged my hair a little bit more than what I wanted. So I thought the Kanekalon, if you look at it, it has a less like coarse texture. It's a little bit more silky. So I felt like it would blend my hair better, and as well as just, it would be safer for this, my transitioning hair. I was worried that I could have. I think the pack was like about $2.49 for one pack, and I actually bought 5 packs because I wasn't sure, and I used I guess 3.5 packs. What makes this different from the last time I did my Havana Twist style was I ended up, because if you look at this pack is huge. So before, when I first did the style, I used the whole length of the hair, and my twists were going down all the way to my butt, and which made it very heavy and hard to deal with because I'm not used to having hair that long. So I just decided this time to make it a little bit different. So what I did was I just, in the middle of it, I just cut it in half. So I had about this much length left right here. So I cut this in half, and then of course just started the method right there. What you're going to need to pull out this style is a water bottle. So for my water bottle, filled it up with some water, and for this time, I've used different leave-in conditioners in my water bottle. Sometimes I use the As I Am leave-in conditioner, but this time I use the Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil by Shea Moisture, the Intensive Hydration Conditioner. So I just will put like 2 pumps into the spray bottle of water and shake it up, and then I use it to spray. And this is also what I've been using to hydrate my hair, moisturize my hair at night when I wrap up my hair. I also am using this As I Am Double Cream Rich Daily Moisturizer as the butter to seal in that water, seal in that moisturizer. And then finally, to help conform, my hair to the Havana Twist that I'm making, I use the Styler Argan Oil Gel. This is a big canister. I've had this since the beginning of my transition, and I'm not even close to being done with it. I'm starting to use more gel now, now that I've kind of like gotten used to my transition and like the styles that I like to do, that I typically do. So those are all the things that you need. You might need as well are like these little duck clips. I have different size ones just to kind of, pull your hair in different places to separate and part your hair. You can use a rat tail comb to do your parts. I didn't use a rat tail comb. I just kind of used my finger and just try to get, somewhat exact, but I didn't want them to be completely perfect. So I use at night. I just bought this new bonnet. I'll take the bonnet, pull my hair in it, and just go to sleep. I just need to stay tuned and watch the method that I use to do these Havana twists. And then I'll go through and show you some styles later of what you can put your hair in to get, the looks that you want. So stay tuned, guys. Your hair is going to be in the middle, underneath this strand of Kanekalon. And we're just going to tighten it and get it all the way down to the base of the hair and start our braid. And we can count, that was twice that I braided it down. This is 3. And 4. So now the hair is back in the middle. Your hair is actually in the middle again. And we separate it into 2 strands. And we're going to start our twisting. So watch my fingers. They're going to twirl my hair around the Kanekalon hair. And just keep it up. Just keep twirling your hair. Your fingers are just going to twist around. And as your fingers twist, you're going to just put the next strand over. Or in my case, it's underhand, so. And I'm going to closer to the bottom, so I'm going to put a little bit more Eco Styler on to make sure that these ends stay in and they conform to the Kanekalon hair. And this twisted motion, like I showed you guys earlier, it really helps to get this uniform twist down. We're getting it all the way to the end of the hair. And so I get down to the bottom of this hair, this part. I put a little bit, make sure that Eco Styler's in there. And this is what hit me. What I can do with this end is just like how I do my normal twist, and do a little bantu at the end to make sure that the twist stays in place. So what you do is you kind of curl this hair up. The end of the hair, you curl it up and it's almost like a little U. You take that my fingers all lifted, and you're going to just twist that bottom end around itself. So this is going to help it stay even more. Because this is my second round of doing this hair. This time I've done it thicker. So I put the water in, and just went down the hair shaft to make sure that it's nicely moisturized. Now I'm going to take a little bit of double butter again. Concentrate on the ends, but also get some on the root as well. Because the purpose of the protective style is also to, try something different and having a new look to yourself or whatever. But it's also very important that you're using a protective style to make sure your hair is getting back to health, or is as healthy as possible. So I did this when I was transitioning once, like I said before, and I felt like it was a nice break for my hair. Because during my transition, I did try a lot of different twists and things, but I also relied a lot on buns, which was easier for me as a long-term transitioner because I still had a lot of my hair left. The only problem was trying to, kind of get the natural hair in together with the permed ends, but I kind of conquered that. And I'll make a video on this as well. So for all my fellow transitioners who are trying to get through this, this stage and are ready to, you still want your hair to look good. That's the point. You still want to look good in this process. You don't want your hair to be looking kind of tragic or nothing like that. And some people, as I was transitioning, some people actually thought that I was already natural. So that was kind of a great compliment. It made me feel really good. I'm actually going to do this part a little bit over. Because this part here, so when stuff goes wrong, is what you can see, and you can tell this when you're doing your hair, guys. If you make a mistake, I have a lot of hair right here that's not in there. So I'm going to rebraid that part. And it's okay to do this, especially if it's the first few times that you're doing this. Don't feel the pressure to have it perfect. It's not going to be, exactly perfect. But the best part of it is that you're taking this on by yourself. You're really doing it yourself, which is very commendable, and it saves you some money, guys. So that was the whole purpose of me doing it, is to save me some money. it's also really kind of empowering as well to be able to just take your hair on and do whatever you want with it and not have to rely on somebody else to do it. Because then when people give you compliments and things like that on your hair and tell you about how great it looks and stuff, that's really, it's really powerful. It makes you feel great about, you know, what you've done. And it helped me as well to be more confident in doing more style with my hair in the future. Because if I can conquer this, you know, what can I not? Like, I could try so many different things. And I'm really just going back over in the top to make sure it's not too tight and to make sure that I still have my... So, of course, I put a little bit more Eco Styler Gel as we get to the end of my actual hair. And now we're back with the Kanekalon. And you're just twisting it down, guys. Like so. Just keep twisting. And keep that method up of twisting it in your fingers as you're twisting the whole strand. This part here is a little bit thicker at the bottom. So if it's too thick at the bottom, that makes it a little bit more difficult to put the little bottom twist in. But you can still try it. And you just twirl this bottom end around itself. Which is kind of like, if you guys have tried Bantu knots in your transition, it's kind of like doing a Bantu knot, but it's like just a hanging knot. So this is how it looks right now. But this is not the end. We're not done. Okay, we're not done yet. We have to seal the bottom, because even though I put in, you know, the little twist at the bottom, you still need to seal it with hot water, and that'll really make sure that the hair is not going to come loose at the bottom at the end. So this is what it looks like this. So I'm going to show you guys how I dip it in the hot water. Okay guys, so now that we've done our twist, now it's time to seal. So what I have here is a cup of boiling water, and what you're going to do is just take the twist and stick them in the water, and you're going to leave them in here for, I would say, about 15 seconds. I'm going to take out the hair, and I just have a regular towel. And I'm just going to wrap it around the bottom end. It's going to get majority of the excess water out. So then, these are the results. So I'm going to do a little spin. So this is it up close. The hair is up close. The twist. And this is the back. So this is how you do Havana Twist. This is my little method of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.